With the early signing periods changed a lot of things because the college coach has spring ball, and then they've got to get they essentially got to get your recruits in before the summer of their senior year. So you gotta, like you said, and most of the kids are in school in May or or June in California. So you're kind of cramming these recruits in. So you got to evaluate them, and sometimes I was in track and field as a collegiate coach, and I remember we had an early signing period, and the coaches hated it, I think, at the time, and then they said we just want one signing period. And then what happened was they went back and said they wanted two, and I think even with all these calendar things, I've read some things where it's like let's just go back to the because now you're recruiting people twice, and now you got the early cycle, and then you do get most of the players in early cycle, but then when that early cycle is over, you still got to recruit for that second cycle. So, and the players may not get to see your campus if they didn't get out in the summer. I mean, and because they're in high school season. So, yeah, I think it's just a lot harder on the coaches. But I do like your comments on the camps because I've had parents ask me about like the Redlands camp, and I haven't had an idea. I said I think you should go. If they've said college coach, I just said I don't know if USC is going to be there. If that's your or like you said Washington, but that's great information to know for the parents of kids.
Yeah, that stuff is readily available ahead of time. So a kid doesn't have to guess,
Yeah.
which camp. So, before I used Washington as an example, I remember one Lutheran camp. This had to be 3 years ago. They had two different. Oregon was a host. Coach Cristobal was there. Got to walk around with him and see how he evaluated. And then I think Texas was like a week or two later, also at Lutheran. But they had again, 15 other schools and stuff that had sent at least one coach there to see what kind of talent was there. So you have that big draw in one of those blue blood, type programs, and then the other coaches. UCLA does it as well. Other coaches, other college coaches will go to USC and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they all kind of mix and match, and the bigger teams will be the draw to get more kids. Yeah, so that's kind of how that works.